Once upon a time, deep within a quiet forest, lived 3 little owls. There was Ollie, the youngest, Olive, the careful one, and Oscar, the wisest of them all. Along with their kind mother, they enjoyed the peace and beauty of the whispering woods. One sunny morning, as the forest creatures bustled about their daily chores, the mother owl called her children near. "My dear little ones," she began, her voice as soft as the feathers on her chest. "It is time for you to build your own nests and learn to live on your own." All 3 owlets nodded, their big, round eyes shining with excitement. They had been watching their mother and the other adult owls build their nests every spring since they were tiny owlets. Now it was their turn to use all those twigs and leaves to create their very first homes. "Let the best materials you can find become the walls and roofs of your nests," their mother suggested, giving each a gentle nudge with her wing. "May your homes be as cozy and safe as mine." With that, the 3 little owls took off, each eager to start building their very own nest. First, there was Ollie. Being the youngest, he wanted to finish his nest quickly so he could play with the other owlets. He found a tall oak tree with wide branches and started gathering lots of dried, crispy leaves. With joyful hoots, he piled the leaves up, tucking them under the branches. Soon, he made a round, comfy pile that looked like a giant leaf ball. Very pleased with himself, Ollie hopped around his new nest, pretending to be a fierce owl protecting his home from fierce imaginary predators. As the hours passed, he sang and danced around his leafy nest, looking forward to spending his first night in his new home. Next, we have Olive, who chose to build her nest high up on a ledge of a big gray rock. She carefully selected straight sticks, weaving them together like a basket maker. One by one, she added twig after twig until she had built a neat and tidy nest fit for a little owl. Olive loved how well made and sturdy her home was. She sat down in the center, fluffing up her feathers, feeling proud and comfortable in her brand new nest. As for Oscar, he wasn't in a rush to finish his nest. That didn't mean he wasn't working hard though. He had chosen to build his nest in a natural stone cave hidden under some bushes. Finding the perfect spot was easy for Oscar, but making the cave a proper nest took quite a bit of time. One by one, he carried small stones, pebbles, and dirt into the cave and placed them at the entrance, making a little wall to keep out any drafts or curious animals. He worked steadily and patiently, knowing that his hard work would pay off in the end. When he finished, he proudly perched on top of his stone wall, surveying his new home. The cave was now safe, snug, and ready to be turned into the coziest nest in the whispering woods. As the sun began its slow journey down the sky, the 3 little owls returned to their nests, tired but happy with their creations. Ollie, the youngest, snuggled into his bed of leaves, which was soft and warm. Olive, the careful one, tucked herself under her sturdy twigs, feeling safe and secure. And Oscar, the wisest, settled down in his cave, surrounded by his stone walls. Each little owl felt a sense of accomplishment. Building their own nests had been a lot of work, but the feeling of being independent and having their very own space was worth every bit of effort. Suddenly, a loud clap of thunder echoed through the forest, followed by flashes of lightning that lit up the sky. The wind began to howl, shaking the branches of the trees. It was going to be a big storm. The little owls huddled in their nests, watching as the wind and rain lashed against their homes. Ollie's leaf nest swayed precariously in the wind, and a few stray leaves were whisked away. He let out a worried chirp. Although he had worked hard on his nest, he started to feel a bit uneasy about its sturdiness. Olive, too, noticed that her carefully woven stick nest was not holding up well in the strong winds. Some of the sticks creaked ominously, and she couldn't help but wonder if her nest would stay intact. Meanwhile, in his stone cave, Oscar sat calmly, watching the storm rage outside. His patient and hard work had paid off because his cave was strong and safe, just as he had hoped. He knew that no matter how fierce the storm became, his home would stand firm. Then suddenly, another loud crack of thunder shook the forest, and the wind seemed to grow even stronger. With a final, mighty gust, it tore the roof of Ollie's leaf nest clean off. Startled, Ollie watched as his nest material floated away on the wind, leaving him exposed to the elements. Without wasting a moment, he flapped his wings and flew as fast as he could to Olive's nest. But as he neared, he saw that the storm had also begun to break her nest apart. Some of the sticks had snapped clean in half, and the rest were swaying dangerously in the wind. Both Ollie and Olive were frightened. They huddled together on the broken remains of Olive's nest, unsure of what to do next. Then they looked up and spotted Oscar's cave. With a new burst of energy, they flew toward the safety of his stone walls. Reaching the cave, they climbed inside, shivering and soaked. To their relief, Oscar greeted them with a calm smile. "Come, sit with me," he said, motioning for them to huddle close. Together, the three little owls spent the night inside Oscar's cave, keeping each other company and listening to the storm rage outside. The wind and rain continued to pound against the cave throughout the night, but the owls felt safe and secure inside. Oscar's patience and hard work had made sure of that. As the first rays of sunlight peeked through the cracks in the cave, the owls looked out to see that the storm had passed. The clouds had cleared away, revealing a bright blue sky dotted with fluffy white clouds. A gentle breeze rustled through the trees, carrying with it the sweet scent of wildflowers. The forest looked fresh and vibrant, as if the storm had washed away all its worries. The three little owls flew out of the cave and perched on a nearby branch, watching the sun rise over the whispering woods. They chirped happily, grateful to be alive and safe. They looked down at their destroyed nests. Ollie's leaf nest was a pile of soggy leaves, and Olive's stick nest was broken and scattered. But Oscar's stone cave stood strong and untouched by the storm. As the day wore on, the three owls decided to spend their time outside Oscar's cave. They played tag among the trees, soared and glided through the air, and hunted for tasty bugs to eat. They laughed and had fun, realizing that life was full of adventures and challenges, but also joy and friendship. From that day on, the three owls continued to live in the whispering woods. While Ollie and Olive still built their nests high up in the trees, they never forgot the valuable lesson they learned from Oscar. Patience, hard work, and wisdom make us stronger. So whenever they faced a challenge, they remembered the storm and how Oscar's wise decision to build a sturdy nest had saved them all. And that, dear friends, is the tale of the three little owls and the big storm. The end.